couple hours ago, the UFC 322 press conference just dropped, and because I'm a Gen Z iPad kid, I decided to get the highlights here. So we're going to be going over these press conference highlights, see if it tells us a lot. Probably not, because generally speaking, I don't find that pre-fight press conferences and stuff really mean too much. It's more about the fight I care to see. It goes back to that old saying, actions speak louder than words. But we are going to be watching this together. Without further ado, without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the highlights.
Yeah, this is what I got in this sport for: big challenges, big moments. I'm excited for the challenge and I look forward to it. I'm excited for this on Saturday night.
This is my dream, and I am like very close to my dream. All my professional career, when I was lightweight champion.
He's saying his goal his entire career is to become a two-division champion. Is that because Khabib wasn't able to do it? Are you trying to find a way to step into Khabib's shadow? Because here's the thing. I think people kind of like to draw comparisons to the two because they're both Dagestani-style wrestlers. You know, they both come from the same camp. So people are therefore going to be drawing a lot of conclusions towards Islam, that he is this Dagestani marauder, and he's got to live up to the expectations of Khabib and being super dominant and undefeated in everything you do. When the reality is, these two guys do fight differently and styles do make fights. So maybe this is Islam's way of wanting to step out of Khabib's shadow, or maybe this is just something he wants to do and not have to make the cut to 155 anymore. It could be a combination of things.
My dream to become double champion, and 2 more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have two Australians. I'm going to bring this belt back home to Australia, no doubt. And yeah, two legends of martial arts in Australia. We'll see how it goes.
I wonder why the crowd's booing JDM. I don't understand it. Like, he seems like a chill guy. I don't know. He's just a chill guy who's like UFC champion. I don't know why we're hating on him, but it's because people love Islam. Islam's extremely funny, right? He's extremely entertaining for the most part. Even like most of his fights have been very entertaining. He's not like a boring fighter or anything like that, so people love him.
Still champion, man. I don't lose my belt to anyone, and I just coming to get second one.
It's a fair point. I mean, you have to think about it. Like, Islam hasn't lost. He never lost his belt, right? So in a lot of people's eyes, the current lightweight champion, Ilia Topuria, would be considered a paper champion because he didn't beat the champ to become the champ. He had to beat another contender instead of the actual champion himself. I understand the argument, but it's not Ilia's fault, really. I would still love to see that fight, and I think so with those two.
I think it's gonna be a great fight, and definitely I'm gonna put everything that I have, the huge performance, all my experience, speed and power, and I'm here to defend my belt and to be the champion of flyweight division.
That I don't even know what to make of that, to be honest. I mean, she kind of just said a bunch of nothing, like, hey, I'm gonna go in there and win. That's pretty much all she said. Like, that's what I got from all that yapping. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's funny. Oh, I don't know. But Zhang Weili learning English, bro. Here's the thing, because Zhang Weili is like a decent-sized superstar in China, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who Zhang Weili is. And like, if she learns English, she can expand herself to a whole new market and really bring some light into women's MMA. She could become the face of women's MMA if she learns English. The new mythical fighter, English-speaking Zhang Weili.
Is my lucky place, so I think this time and the new.
No, because she beat Carla Esparza in Madison Square Garden. Oh no, yeah, she beat Carla Esparza in Madison Square Garden to become the champion. That was back in 2023. It's be interesting. But she also lost to Rose at MSG.
I hope so, and I want the best of Weili in this fight because this is the champion's mentality to fight with the best. And I think we're gonna give everything to this fight, and I know for sure that I will all my heart inside of the octagon to have and steal.
So in other words, she's just saying she's gonna go in there and win. Like, listen, I don't hate Valentina, okay? It's just, I don't know. It's just not super interesting, to be honest. I wish that we got to see the questions, but actually, on another hand, I don't want to see the questions because a lot of MMA journalists say the exact same questions every single time we have a press conference. It's why I kind of stopped watching them, because it's always, so how was training camp for you? What adjustments are you going to make going into this fight so that doesn't happen again? Are you going to win? Like, man, no, MMA journalism's so dead.
首先我想，首先我想感谢所有粉丝对我们的支持，然后来关注这场比赛。我相信我跟瓦伦蒂娜一定会打出一场非常精彩的比赛。
What you
送给
say?
大家
I want to hear the tea.
Thank you all the fans for supporting here today. Me and my opponent Valentina Shevchenko, we're gonna bring a spectacular fight for you guys.
Bro, this is
Thank you.
boring, man. Talk a bit of trash, man. Have a little bit of fun. Be like, yeah, I can't wait to knock him out. Can't wait for them to go face first into the canvas. Say something, man. You gotta market yourself.
Yeah, they got a big soccer game or something. There's a bunch of people here, but I'm from Philly. I'm an hour and 50 minutes up the road, so all the real ones will be here Saturday night showing out for the East Coast boy. Philly, East Coast, let's go.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that like Sean Brady and Michael Morales were at this press conference. Like, is Leon Edwards here too? That's got to be extremely awkward. I really hope Leon doesn't call Sean Brady short again, because he seems to get offended when you do that.
Pues él también lo dijo, los peleadores pelean, yo dije lo mismo.
Jaden Smith looking at guy. For real, like, what is this outfit, bruh? What are you wearing? You look like Jaden Smith, and that's not a compliment in the Big 25.
Entonces, yo también no tenía con quién más pelear. Ya venía también ganándole a mis rivales, así que él también era la única opción. Y pues lo único que le dije es que estuviera listo, y yo estoy listo ya hace casi 2 meses antes de esta pelea. Él aceptó hasta la 4ª semana, no me importó. Yo le dije que estaba listo igual, y pues aquí estamos ya.
Listen, fighters fight, fighters are paid to get fights, and fighters need to accept fights. I also see him as an option. It's like, hey, he's the guy, no one wanted to fight me. He was meant to fight me, so I took the option. Listen, I've been preparing for him for quite some time, but he only accepted his fight 4 weeks ago. So basically, I was ready for him, and we're going to put on a show and put on a...
Yeah, see, like, I understand what he's saying, right? Because a lot of fighters don't want to turn down fights. They're afraid to lose, you know, their money. They're afraid to lose a ranking. They're afraid to lose their spot next in line for a title shot. So I understand the point that Michael Morales is getting at here. It's just... Man, I don't blame him for taking this opportunity, man, because if he wins this fight, he might get the next title shot. I mean, Michael Morales looks extremely marketable. You know, he's extremely explosive, very good boxer, a lot of power, so it'll be interesting.
Fight.
Just about his height. He ain't done nothing to hold in the sport, so like I said, Saturday night, I get to prove my case.
Oh, man. Like, everyone just doesn't like Leon Edwards. Man lands one head kick, makes it his entire personality, and now all of a sudden people just don't like him because now he's boring. He's been the same way his entire career, guys.
Pô, meu total respeito por esses caras que estão aqui, mas isso aqui é entretenimento. As pessoas pagam ingresso, eles pagam ticket, pay-per-view, pra ver sangue, pra ver nocaute, o tipo de entretenimento que eu trago. Eu venho no octógono, eu não fico tentando agarrar alguém por 25 minutos. Eu luto, eu dou show, então acho que por causa disso, acho que eu vou ser o próximo da fila. Eu trago entretenimento que as pessoas gostam.
Quer falar inglês ou não? But, so basically, listen, guys, this is a show. This is entertainment. When I come here, I don't care to grab anybody, to press anybody against the cage. I come here to knock people out. People want to see blood. They want to see hits. And that's what I bring to the table. And that's why I got to win on Saturday. I deserve a title shot.
That's why people love Carlos Prates. It's because he puts on a show. His knockout against Jeff Neal might turn out to be the knockout of the year. He's extremely entertaining. He almost got Ian Gary out of there in their fight, but his cardio just didn't hold up, unfortunately. But, you know, if he gets the win here against Leon, then it's going to be like him, the winner of Michael Morales and Sean Brady, and then like the winner of Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. It's going to be like a little 3-way like #1 contender thing. And then it's just going to turn out Islam, if he wins, is going to fight Kamaru Usman regardless.
The goal has always been the title, so of course, my goal is to get back to the title shot and win the belt.
Duh.
You can't expect fireworks, and I think we both don't give a about being on the main card or anything else. We just want to fight and to prove who is the best of us two, and I cannot wait to be inside the octagon.
That'll be a good fight there for sure, but I got a prediction video coming out, I think it'll be tomorrow. By the time you see this video, it'll be tomorrow, so stay tuned for the predictions. So then here we got the face-offs. Oh man, respectful, come on. Boo. What is BSD wearing, bro? Are you cold in there or something? Like, what's going on here, man? What's going on? Oh, man. See, like, apparently, Leon Edwards is 6'2", right? Carlos Prates is allegedly 6'1". These guys are either the same height, or Carlos is even a bit taller. Also, the odds on this are pretty interesting. Minus 175. Leon Edwards, former champion, but I understand why. But I'm going to go into that in my prediction video. What? What was the bleep? I didn't even hear anybody talking. Michael Morales is tall for the welterweight division, y'all. It's kind of crazy, actually. But don't you dare call Sean Brady short. He will get deeply, deeply offended by that. The odds of this one are really close, too, actually. Why are you wearing those glasses, Shevchenko? I want to see what's going on behind those eyes. That's probably nothing. Maybe it's just bright in there or something. But the height's pretty similar, actually. Should be interesting. Valentina Shevchenko's a slight favorite? That's interesting. I don't think the size difference will actually be that much. It's nice. Sure, they just happen to be there. I'm not loving the energy from Valentina. That's the issue I'm having here. So the size difference between these two is really not anything at all. They're about the same height. You know, they're going to be roughly the same size on fight night. I don't think it's going to be much difference. So if Islam wins or loses, whoever wins this fight, I don't want to hear anything about size differences and all that stuff. I don't want to hear nothing about it. But Islam's almost a 3-to-1 favorite. That is insane, bro. And I have a theory when it comes to this, right? Every time that Islam's been, like, a huge favorite in his fights, I swear the fight's always gone on to be, like, more competitive than it should have been, right? Like, the Dustin Poirier fight was way more competitive than it should have been, considering how, like, Dustin Poirier was just not in his prime anymore at that point. Or, like, when Islam fought Volkanovski the first time, the fight was a lot closer than it really should have been. I understand Volkanovski's great and all, and maybe it's possible that these betting odds tend to overestimate his skills because of his associations with Khabib, but that's a whole separate thing I'm going to go into in the prediction video as well. But look at this. I saw this already. Dana walks away. These guys are going to square up. But they're not actually going to square up. I think it's just competitive spirit. But, yeah, guys, this is the UFC 322 press conference. I'm going to be honest, it was kind of buns. Like, not only is MMA journalism just straight up dead at this point, but I also think that, you know, the fighters themselves, they need to market themselves a bit better. You know, the reason why Conor McGregor became such a huge star is because he was very entertaining at press conferences. He would lead the show. He'd lead the dance. He would talk the talk and walk the walk. And it's something that we need to see again if you want to become the next Conor McGregor. So, I mean, this didn't really tell me a whole lot. None of my opinions really changed at all about Fight Night from watching this. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this at least. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.